halachot. If a goy touches yain, the shal, that's wine, that's not cooked, it's called yain nesach. Okay? If the goy bakes the bread, can't be cooked. But again, why did the rabbi say this? Why? Because today you're drinking their wine and eating their bread. Not community becomes hi, how are you? Sure. All the rabbis. What I know is they didn't know anything. We're going to come and we can do it. Again, that's what the Torah warned us. Specific theme of Torah to say that don't take their daughters to your sons and stuff. But and based on that pursuit, the rabbi understood that if you today you eat with them, tomorrow you're going to marry them. And this is why we're just eating lunch together. What's the problem? It's kosher. What's wrong with them? The Torah tells you everything that's wrong with them. Not only what's wrong with them, it tells you everything that's wrong with the world. There are 365 positive commandments and 240 negative commandments, things that you cannot do. Those 240 negative commandments, you have all of that outside. I promise you. A positive, yes. Yes. Correct. And 365, so they have 365 things you cannot do outside. You don't need to go outside to go figure it out. The Torah tells you exactly what it is that you don't go outside. I'll tell you this. If I have a question for you. If there was a person that has a rare skin disease, that any exposure to the sun can cause severe burning in the skin, okay? Will we tell that person go outside? No. Why? Because he has a rare skin disease. He has a rare disease that his specific disease needs to be inside. We say, what? Rahman, you should go outside. Go mingle with the people. But you know, go down a little bit, right? But what I'm telling you is like this. You're right. The way that we have to learn is like this. And people don't do this. In order to go outside, it's not so easy to go outside and do business with people. Before a person goes outside, actually, he has to go and grind himself and make sure that he is ready to go outside. It's not so easy just to walk outside and say, okay, the world won't affect me. No, it will affect us. Even if we don't think it affects us, it's subconsciously, we're seeing all these images, they're affecting us. We're seeing a woman that's not sanua, that's not properly dressed, it's going to affect the person. He might say, oh, it's me, it's not talking to me. Yeah, right now it's not talking to him. In 20 minutes when he's going to take a little nap, it's going to talk to him. When he's least expecting, it's going to start talking to him. When he's hearing a music that's improper on the radio, it's going to talk to him. When he's hearing a talk show that's improper and talking about stupidity, it's going to talk to him. Now he might say that it's not talking to me. But then all of a sudden, you're going to see that he's acting differently all of a sudden. He's learning Torah, he's learning Gemara 2 hours, 3 hours a day. He's sitting in the yeshiva, learning Gemara, coming to Beit Midrash, learning Gemara. But when he goes outside, he acts, he talks, you see his talk is not proper. Even, I'll show you how you know. You look at the person when he's learning the Gemara. What kind of examples and language does he use when he's learning? If he's using derogatory language, improper language that if the king was sitting next to him, he wouldn't dare use while he's learning. You know the learning skill. It still didn't get acquired in him. Because even while he's learning, he's giving you, and this is brought down in Gemara Pesachim. All right, so I think it's, yes. Okay, because in that part, they give like 4 or 5 examples like that. They would give different examples of things that are not kosher, things like that. And one said, I'm tired as a pig. You know, Raya said, you can't tired as a pig. What's that doing? No, I'm tired. Okay, so say you're tired. And so what am I saying? I'm tired as a pig. Yeah. So you see already, he says, he saw where his Torah was going. So you see where it's going. So this is why a person, even when he's learning, you can test where he's standing, even when he's learning. Okay? So I'll tell you like this: if people don't look at it, and people might not like this, but to go outside is a privilege. To go outside, you have to earn going outside. You want to go outside? No problem. But make sure you know the Torah. If a person goes outside without learning Torah, I want to show you what it's like. He says like this. When a person is not learning, right? And he thinks he can go outside and he won't be affected. Okay? He says like this. He's going to go outside and he's going to be affected by everything. And they're going to draw him down. They're going to draw him down. Why is he not running away from the things that are drawing him down? They're to his detriment, they're to his health detriment. Detriment of his neshama. If he has half the brain, he's going to say, just like a person wouldn't eat toxic foods, he wouldn't eat poison, why would he go outside and say, okay, look, I'm going to mingle with everybody, but it's not going to affect him. He's drinking poison at that moment. He's drinking poison, he's intaking poison. And he knows it's to his detriment and he's doing it anyway. It's foolishness. And look what he says. אין לך פחיתות והוללות רע מזה ודאי, והעושה כן, הנה הוא פחות מהבהמות. One who does this is worse than animals. Because an animal, if he sees a dangerous spot, he wants to go around it. This foolish human being sees a danger and walks into it and says, what? I have to live it. It's foolishness. Because a person has to know, you have to earn the right to go outside. It doesn't finish, go walk outside. Did you learn all the Shulchan Aruch that he knows which halachot he needs to conduct himself going outside? It's dangerous. It's dangerous. We should pray to Hashem that we shouldn't need to go outside. Unless we know what we're doing. Going outside, you have to be like a surgeon. You have to know exactly where you need to go. Can I walk in the street? Can I walk in the street? Can I talk to her? Or can I not talk to her? How long can I talk to her? It's business still, fine. How long can I talk to her for? What if she wants to shake a hand? He has it on the playlist there. Can't touch this. Yeah, no, but I know a guy who is looking for a job, and his interview lasted for 5 minutes, and they told him no, and he said that normally the interview for this company takes about an hour. 5 minutes. Why? What happened? He walked through the door. There was a woman there. He said, "Can't shake hands." Sat down. We'll get back to it. That was it. That's not easy. A person looking for a job is going to say, "Wait a minute."
Imagine right now that company got bankrupt and everybody got fired using a new company.
He's already in there. This guy.
Only because of the handshake. Save them all this.
The idea being, all of these ideas are connected back to, again, on emunah. The person has full faith, then he knows that if he needs to work in this place, Hashem will make him work in this place. Whether he shakes her hand or doesn't shake her hand, whether he kisses up to this boss or doesn't kiss up to this boss, he's going to, if Hashem needs him to work there, this is where he's going to work. Don't worry about it. But if Hashem doesn't want him to work there, again, I'm not saying to go in there in your pajamas. If Hashem wants me to work there, I'm going to work there, so I'm going to come in my pajamas to the interview. No, of course not. No. Right, but the person comes in, he does his study, he does his effort, and the rest Hashem provides for him. Okay? So, when we're looking at dangerous opportunities, dangerous things that appear to us, we have to be aware of these things. You can't just walk blindly into them. To do that, again, it's like the foolishness of an animal. An animal doesn't even do that. So we spoke about, we said in chapter 3, continuing with what's called chalkei zihirut. Zihirut, remember being careful, watchfulness. Right? The person knows that outside is lurking an enemy. He's going to be on the guard. If he thinks though that outside it's okay, everything is nice outside, everything is easy, then he's not even going to dare to think about that there's an enemy outside, and that's when the Yitzhak is going to attract him. If he doesn't see there's anything wrong with talking to a woman outside, the Yitzhak will get him. If he doesn't see there's anything wrong with talking not kosher things with other people, then the Yitzhak will get him in that. Whatever he thinks is it's okay to do, when it's really not okay, the Yitzhak will make him fall on those things, no problem. It's very good. But again, that's why the biggest thing the person has to do is zehirut. Must be on guard. No, not anymore. Must be on guard. He must know that there's an enemy outside. An enemy outside. He cannot think that he's going to walk outside and he'll be all tov yafeh. Doesn't work that way. When he's walking outside, he's no. I'm going to be seeing misholim aderet. Everything's correct, right? Exactly. Like it says the pasuk. It says, "Lifnei iver sim mikshol." Before a blind person, don't put a stumbling block. What's a stumbling block? So if a person goes outside, he could be putting stumbling blocks in front of his own self. Even this prohibition doesn't apply just to other people. It applies to ourselves. If a person puts himself in a position that averot come to him, this is a problem. He's over. Before a blind person, don't put stumbling block. He's transgressing this averah. Every time he puts himself into a situation where he can transgress averot, he's putting himself in this predicament. It's a problem. So zihirut is a number one chiyuv of a person. Is zihirut. Must be careful. Well, when I say careful, I mean we're talking about the idea of knowing that you have an enemy outside. That's number one. When you know you have an enemy outside, you're going to again. Once you know you have an enemy outside, you need to know the game plan. You need to know the game plan. You have to learn Torah in order to fight the enemy, right? So everything builds off of when you appreciate there's a danger, right? Then all of a sudden you need to now prepare. How do you prepare? Well, A, you have to daven to Hashem to help you beat this guy. B, you have to prepare. You have to know what the enemy's tactics are. You have to know where he's located. You're going to have to know what he likes to do against you. You're going to the biggest thing that you're going to have to do is what we're talking about now, is cheshbon nefesh. You have to constantly mitfashpesh b'ma'asav. You have to constantly look at your deeds and see, where am I weak and where do I have strengths? Because again, where I'm weak, we know for sure that Yisrael is going to come get us. Where we're weak, where there's things that we don't know, for sure he's coming to get us. If there's halachot that we don't know, you can guarantee that we're. It says in Mishnah Berurah in his Akdama, in his preface to the Hot Shabbat, he says that the person doesn't study Hot Shabbat, for sure he's transgressing Shabbat. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. Things that we don't know, for sure Yitzhak, we're over it. There's no question. We're transgressing it. Then there's another problem. Even those things that we are doing good, let's say a person is going to come to shiur learning, he's going to daven. He's doing all these things, positive things. He's fulfilling the positive commandments. Even in those, says the Ramchal, he must be mifashpesh ma'asav. He must look at them and analyze them to ensure that A, are they for sure positive commandments that he's doing, and not looking like positive commandments that are really bad things, and what's going to that mean? And B, are they for the purpose of Shem Shamayim? Because if they're for his own benefit, it's for his own kavod, for whatever other reason, it's not a full mitzvah. It's not a full mitzvah. Let's explain this idea that sometimes a person, like we said before, can be doing a mitzvah, but in the same time he's doing an averah. For example, a person